Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech, and in this video I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Realme 3. Now the major change between this Realme 3 and the previous Oppo or Realme phones is that this phone is running the latest version of ColorOS, and that's based on Android Pie. So you will be seeing a lot of new things, a lot of change in the user interface as well. So for starters, this is the notification area, these are the toggles, and as you can see it is completely different, and even the brightness slider has been changed to something bigger like the one we have seen on the Xiaomi phones. Next, this is the default launcher that comes pre-installed, and it does have an app drawer. You can swipe up to see all the applications installed, and you can manage this home screen however you want. Now whenever you press the volume buttons, this is the interface once again, and once again you'll see this huge bar on the left side. Now if you click over here, you can change between silent, vibration and regular ringer mode, and if you click over here, you get these three dials to change the media volume, to change the ringtone volume, and even the alarm volume. So right now this current screen looks a lot like Xiaomi's MIUI. You also get this new navigation bar with just two buttons, back and home, and now there is no recent apps button. So this is the interface. You have the regular back button, and when you click home, it simply takes you home. But now you can do a swipe up gesture to see all your recent applications. And you also have a gesture where you can swipe the home button left to switch between all those applications. I know it might look a bit funny and pretty new, but once you get used to it, it's really good. Now if you don't like the layout of these buttons, maybe you want the back button on the left side, you can rearrange it from the settings. Just go to settings, then scroll down a bit, select convenience aid, then select navigation keys. From here you can place the back button on the left side by selecting the first option, or else you can go back to the regular 3-button navigation bar, just like that. Personally, I like the second option. Now if you want iPhone 10 like gestures, we also have swipe up gestures. Just select this option and you can choose from all these settings. Once again, the first one is the best one. Now once you have enabled swipe up gestures and selected the first one, you can swipe up to go home, swipe and hold for recent apps, and you can swipe on the right side or left side to go back, and that's pretty intuitive. Now as you can see, once you switch to swipe up gestures, there is no option to trigger Google Assistant. So we have another quick shortcut for that. To enable it, go to convenience aid once again and enable this toggle. Now once you do that, you can press and hold the power button for half a second to trigger Google Assistant. Now this feature is exactly like Siri feature. Like on the iPhone 10 you can press and hold the power button and it will trigger Siri, and on this phone you can press the power button and it will trigger Google Assistant, and it works really well. Next I'll show you how you can enable screen off gestures. So to enable them, once again go to settings, then select convenience aid, then select gestures, and then screen off gestures. First I'll show you double tap to wake. Now once you enable it, you can simply double tap the screen to wake it up. And if you're using face unlock feature, once you double tap the screen, display lights up, tries to see your face, and if it can see your face, it will immediately unlock the phone. So if you use this feature, it will give you a much more immersive experience. Next we have an O gesture to open the camera application. So I can draw a no on the lock screen, or when the display is off, to open the camera application instantly. And as you can see, it works really well. Next we have the V gesture to turn on the flash. Personally, I would like it if it could toggle the torch, just like on the OnePlus phones, but even this will do. So here's the torch. I can press the power button once to turn it off. So once again, you can simply draw a V to turn on the flash, and to turn it off, press the power button once. There we go. Next we also have music controls, and we can also have custom gestures by using these settings, so check them out yourself. Now let me show you how you can open split screen mode on this phone. Normally you will have a button over here. When you press and hold it, you will open the split screen mode, but as you can see, there is no extra button. So let's say if you want to open this application in the split screen mode, first you need to swipe up and then click this button over here, and then click split screen to open the current application in the split screen mode. Now that's all fine, but if you're looking for something more easy, this phone also offers that. So to enable that feature, make sure you go to settings and scroll down to the bottom, then select app split screen, then enable this toggle. Now this feature is enabled by default, but for some reason if it is disabled, just come to this place and enable this toggle. Now once you do that, you can simply swipe up using 3 fingers to open the current application in a split screen mode. And this is how it works. Now you can select the second application from the list over here, or else you can press the home button, go to the home screen, and then select any one of these applications. There we go. Now I'll show you some camera gestures. Now this is the camera application. First we have tap to capture. To enable it, go to settings, then select touch to take photo and go back. Now you can simply touch the screen to take a picture. Next we have palm gesture, which works with the front camera. So this is the front camera, and once you're in the front camera, go to settings, then enable gesture to take photo. Now once you do that, you can do the palm gesture to take a picture in 2 seconds. It's really convenient to take selfies. Now finally we have fingerprint shutter. So just go to settings once again and enable this toggle. By the way, even this feature is enabled by default. If you don't like it, you can disable it, and if you want it, keep it on. Now in the camera application, you can simply touch the fingerprint scanner to take a picture. So there you go. So these are the 3 gestures in the camera application. Next, in the recent apps page, you might have seen memory usage over here. Now this is not displayed right out of the box. So if you want to display memory usage on the recent apps page, like on my phone, you need to go to settings, then select additional settings and enable this toggle, display RAM and memory information for recent tasks. So there we go. Next, I'll show you how to take a screenshot. Now on any Android phone, if you want to take a screenshot, you need to press the volume down and power button both at the same time. Once you do that, your phone will take a screenshot. Now for some reason, if that's a bit hard for you, you can also use the 3-finger screenshot gesture. Just swipe down using 3 fingers and your phone will take a screenshot. Now for some reason, if this feature is not working for you, you need to go to settings and convenient aid, then select gesture motion and then enable 3-finger screenshot. Once you do that, you can swipe down using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Now for some reason, if you want to take a longer screenshot, maybe if you want to take a screenshot of a website, then this is what you need to do. First, take a regular screenshot. You can either use the buttons or the gesture. I'm just going to use the gesture as I'm lazy. Next, click this long screenshot button. Once you do that, this is the page that you see. Now scroll up slowly as much as you want, and when you're done, click done, then you'll get a longer screenshot. So here's the preview. Now going on next, this phone has a super awesome feature to protect your private information, and to enable that you need to go to settings, then select security. From here select personal information protection. Now from here enable smart protection. Now there are many applications that simply do not work without accessing your contacts, call logs and so on. Most of the time we don't even know what that application will do with that information. So with this feature, we can give fake data to all those applications. Now these are the most important permissions, so let's see which applications are trying to access your contacts. Now as you can see, for some reason even Amazon Shopping is trying to access your contacts, which doesn't make any sense. So just enable this toggle and now Amazon won't have access to your contacts. I would suggest you to turn it on for all, so that no application can access your contacts. Now some applications might really want to use your contacts, say like Paytm, WhatsApp and Facebook. So for those applications, just disable this toggle. And for the rest, like Amazon, just keep it on to be a bit more secure. Now going on next, I'll show you how you can change your default launcher, default messaging application and so on your phone. For that, you need to open settings, then scroll to the bottom, then select app management. Now select default apps. From here, you can change your default home screen, that's your default launcher, default messaging application, default phone dialer, browser and so on. So right now I've just set Google Chrome as my default browser. So in this way we can change default presets on your phone. Now for some quick tips, go to settings and select notification status bar. From here, if you want to display the battery percentage on the status bar, enable this toggle. If you want to display network speed on the status bar, enable this particular toggle. Now because of the notch, you can't see the network speed on the status bar, but if you go to the notification area or the toggles, you can see it over here. Next, if you want to block all banner notifications in full screen applications, like when you're playing games, if you don't want to see any notifications blocking your view, you need to disable this toggle. Next, this phone has an awesome feature called Wi-Fi tethering, which very few phones offer. So to use that, you need to go to settings, then select other wireless connections. Over here you have Wi-Fi tethering. Now using this feature, you can share your existing Wi-Fi connection to other devices. Let's say you're in an airport or a hotel where you're given internet access to only one phone. So using this feature, you can share that single Wi-Fi connection to multiple devices. Now going on next, I'll show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. For that, open the phone dialer, then go to settings and then select call recording. Now enable this toggle that says record all calls. Now once you do that, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. This is something that I do on every phone that I use. Now finally guys, if you're someone who wants to use an OTG pen drive on this phone, it doesn't work right out of the box. First you need to go to settings, then select additional settings and then enable the toggle OTG connection. Now once you do that, you can use OTG pen drive on your phone. By the way, this option, this toggle gets disabled automatically. It's a security measure to keep your phone much more safer. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your Realme 3. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features. Link will be in the description. So guys, if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech signing off. Have a nice day.